Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another part of our little A to Z officers series. Before I talk about the next epic one though, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. And today I want to talk about Phlox. I did a video about him when he was introduced into the game, but as usual it was just kind of a preview because I didn't have the officers, so those officers I will still include in my series when their name comes up. Especially in Phlox's case, it is even a better idea than usual because they changed something since they introduced him, and so it's quite good to talk about him. But of course we still talk about the general stuff as we always do, because he's class science, which means you need science badges to upgrade him later. He's from the group Enterprise NX-01, so he can give synergy to a captain of that group if he's on the bridge with him. And he's Faction Federation, which means you need Federation faction credits to upgrade him. And if you haven't seen the series Enterprise with Captain Archer and the NX-01, then there's a little text about Phlox here. There's always a text about the officers in the info box, and you can have a look if you don't know one of the series. Sometimes that happens. As you could already hear, he does not have a captain maneuver, but he does have an officer ability and a below deck ability. And the officer ability changed a bit since I did the introduction video at the time, because they now made something clear. It was meant to be against players, I guess, in the first place, but now we can have a look. The Denobulan threat response, if you've seen the series, you know, where Phlox looked like fugu, or the I don't know the English word for those fish. You will know what I mean, but then please write in the comment what's the English name for that fish. I only know the German one. That's Kugelfisch, and that's what he looked like. And on combat start against players and hostiles, Phlox reduces the opponent's critical hit chance by 45%, and that will be 100% at rank 5 for 8 rounds. It does trigger against hostiles, and that's a great thing as well. Of course, against players, that's nice, but also against hostiles. It does not trigger at armadas, assaults, or station combat, though. So for cracking a station, this won't work. But reducing the opponent's critical hit chance by 45% is quite an achievement, as well against PvP as against hostiles, and that's why I'm using Phlox there as well. For example, in my Archer loot crew, I also have Phlox with them when I'm going through Xindi space. And he does have a below deck ability, specimen cataloging. Phlox increases the efficiency of charging the Borg cube's cutting beam by 20%, and that's also 100% at rank 5. I like that with the new officers, that they really put it in the description where you start and where you will end with the abilities, that you know that it wasn't done with older officers. So that's I like, and that of course I use when I'm going out there to collect stuff with a Borg cube. Then I put Phlox below deck to speed that up a little bit. But of course, as an epic officer, he also does have 3 possible traits for away team assignments. That's Doctor, Charismatic, and Charming. Well, it would be nice to use them, but I'm using Phlox too often on my ship, either on the bridge or below deck. And as you can see, I haven't unlocked anything because I do not send Phlox out for away team assignments, and that will stay this way for a while. You never know, when new officers comes in, then suddenly you don't need those anymore and don't need those anymore. We will see what the new Mirror Universe officers will do to our PvP crews when they bring more officers in next month, as I expected. But at the moment, Phlox is definitely for my ships and not for away teams. The only issue with Phlox is, where do you get him? Until recently it was really difficult. Now for players 40 plus, it's a bit easier, because we can go to the new refinery, the Mirror Universe refinery, and here to the liquid ThalliumD store. There's now the NX01 crew exchange, and here we do have Phlox included, and we have other places for other NX01 officers, but Phlox wasn't there. But Phlox is here in the NX01 crew exchange of the Mirror Universe refinery, and so everyone now 40 plus has a chance to get Phlox shards in this exchange. I do have him already. I have so many officers to upgrade, and I'm investing Federation credits into ship blueprints at the moment, so I'm not too much in a hurry to get more Phlox shards here at the moment. But it's really good to know that I can get up to 3 Phlox shards in an exchange here. But for that I need liquid ThalliumD, and I can exchange 1 chest or 2 chests. They're not that cheap. But there were some other new officer exchanges which are very helpful to me at the moment. This will from some point definitely be helpful for me as well. And it is the only source I know for Phlox at the moment. So you can definitely use that well, but only, and that's the downside here, if you're level 40 plus. All the Mirror Universe stuff I made videos about the last days, I told you so, is only for players 40 plus. And I know that a lot of people are not that happy about that. That a lot of things that recently came into the game were always for 40 plus. And that's a little bit of a shame for everyone that is getting on new servers for the very first time and so on. So there's a long way, and suddenly at 40 tons of stuff will pop up. So I mean, the hostiles are created that way, that you do need stronger ships to do that. So you will not be able to do that on level 25. But Scopely might want to think about when they introduce new stuff again to make that doable for lower level players already. Nevertheless, I would like to know your opinion on Phlox, and how are you using him? I guess a lot of people will do the same as I do, but maybe you have other uses for him as well. And if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read your comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.